control.
Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And y'all, I came in with a little bit of gossip. Now, this gossip involves R. Kelly. Have y'all heard this stuff where they're accusing him of running a cult? Y'all, when I read this stuff on BUZZFEED, which I will include a link down in the description box, it was, for lack of a better word, very disturbing. And the BuzzFeed story details 3 parents who are trying to get their daughters away from R. Kelly. Now, the thing is, these daughters are all young adults. You know, the youngest being 18. I believe there's a 19-year-old, 25-year-old. They're in that age range. But because they are adults and are there, you know, consensually, it's really nothing that the parents can do. From what I'm reading, a couple of the parents have sent the police to homes that R. Kelly is renting in Atlanta and Chicago. And when the police get there for these well checks, the girls are telling them, you know, that they're okay, that the parents are tripping basically, and they want to be left alone. Y'all, when I read this story, I believe it. I believe it. They talked about how soon after these girls get with R. Kelly, he takes away the cell phones that they have when they come, and he gives them cell phones that he has purchased. And he tells them that they can only contact him on those cell phones. And if they want to speak to, I guess, their family members, they have to get permission from him. They even talk about how he slowly, like, brainwashes them, and he has them all believing that he is in love with them. But they said that there's this one that's 19 years old that he seems to really have taken a shine to, even so far as going to cook for her and all of that. But this story that they are talking about, 3 other women who worked for him in the past are confirming these stories. This one family, and y'all, right up front, I think the families of these girls were stupid. You heard the rumors all these years about R. Kelly and young girls, and I don't understand why, if they were trying to break their daughters into the music world, they thought R. Kelly would be the answer. Because this one family talks about how they took their daughter to one of his concerts, and he spotted her in the audience when he was having girls, you know, being pulled up from out of the audience to come on stage and I guess dance with him or whatever. They said that I guess R. Kelly got the girl's number or gave her his number, and they said at first he didn't call, but eventually they realized that he had made contact with their daughter and that their daughter was speaking to him privately. And they talk about how eventually he sent for her and she moved in with him, and they slowly but surely started to lose contact with her to the point where they no longer heard from her again. Then there was another girl, and I think this girl was another young girl, you know, over the age of 18, but, you know, still relatively young, that I don't remember where they said that he met this girl at, but again, she came to live with him. He started basically controlling her coming and going. Same thing with the phone. He gives her a phone of his. Same thing with not contacting outside people. controlling what she ate, when she bathed, how she dressed. They said filming sexual encounters with the girls and showing them to his friends and abusing them if they don't follow his rules. Even going so far as to, I guess, brainwash them to the point where when one of them sees another one who has broken one of his rules, they will tell on the other person and get them in trouble with R. Kelly. Y'all, when I read this story, it is so much that eventually halfway through, you know how you're like, this is too much. This is too much. And then after they talk about these three girls, they talk about the three women who have since left R. Kelly. Um, they were employed by him, and they talk about their time with him and how he did the exact same thing to them, and that they're speaking out because of what's going on with these girls that are with R. Kelly now. Um, Y'all, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what parent of a young girl, a young woman, 17, 18, 19 years old, after hearing all of the allegations that were made against R. Kelly, would take their young daughter to meet him. When I was reading this story, they were detailing all of these payouts that R. Kelly has made that I didn't know anything about concerning interactions with young women where he's done something to them. And when I was reading it, y'all, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know that there were other cases beyond the one that he went to court for, and I remember him pissing on somebody. But I thought he had learned his fucking lesson. When you read this story, y'all, it is so many, well, I'm going to put it this way, there were quite a few women since, that case that he had where he actually went to court that was very publicized, that this man has, paid off quietly due to accusations similar to what these three girls' parents are saying. So my question is this: are we all still rolling with R. Kelly, or are we now starting to believe, or do believe, that some of these stories are true? Because I'm going to tell y'all, I got a young daughter, and if she was talented as far as musically, and I was, one of those stage parents that was going to do everything in my power to help further my daughter's career, I would not take her to R. Kelly. Just from the little stuff that I heard in the past about him. Nothing to the magnitude of what I just read today. I think people, like I said before in one video, are mesmerized and hypnotized by these celebrities and their fame. What these people got to realize is this is, at the end of the day, a man. Just a man. And all three of these girls, from what their parents have said, have a sexual relationship with him. And when authorities are sent there, for these well checks, these girls are saying, we're okay, don't worry about us. I'm going to tell y'all, when a man is trying to alienate you from your family and from everything that you know, your norm, your reality, and doesn't want you to have contact with your parents and your family. This one mother talks about that there have been deaths, births, marriages, Christmas, Mother's Day, birthdays of her parents, and the daughter has not contacted them. She said that she had not heard from her daughter in a year fucking with R. Kelly. So my question is to people, Are y'all still believing that this man is innocent of all of these accusations that have come out about him? Y'all, you have got to read this BuzzFeed stuff where I guess this undercover journalist has made contact with all these former employees and women that were in relationships with him and has pieced together a story, of R. Kelly's cult-like behavior. And y'all, let me tell you, when these women are young and impressionable and naive, it can happen. We have watched movies and saw documentaries of how these cult leaders get these people to follow them, to believe in them, to give up everything for them. So please don't sit and listen to this video and say that this is far-fetched and it could never happen. R. Kelly is a lot different even from some of the most famous cult leaders like Manson and all of them, because R. Kelly is a celebrity. He has the ability to wine and dine and, have these women flying all over the world, backstage at his concerts, and, making them feel that they're special. And then as he's doing that, slowly, stripping away everything that is them and bringing them into his world. Let me tell y'all something. This man got a problem. And after reading all this shit that this reporter has put together and put out there about R. Kelly's behavior, I believe this shit. I totally believe it. My sorrow is that these young girls are now mixed up with him and their parents cannot get them back. And they also cannot get the authorities to help them. One set of parents even went to the FBI and recorded a conversation that their daughter had with R. Kelly, where the daughter is asking about her career and telling him that she was working on a song, and he quickly turned the conversation sexual, asking what color underwear this girl had on and telling her that he wants her to tell him every day what color underwear she has on, talking about sexual things with this girl. And every time that the girl tried to turn this conversation back towards career, music, songs, and writing and all of that, he wanted to talk about what he wanted to do to her and all of this. Now, I don't remember how the parents got wind of this recorded phone conversation with R. Kelly, if it was something set up by them to trap him, or was it something that the daughter recorded and it eventually got back to the parents. I don't know, y'all. But this whole situation with him, this has gone on too many years. There have been too many years of R. Kelly being behind a cloud of suspicion. Too many accounts of women accusing him of sexual abuse and sexual battery and sexual misconduct. And too many times that he has paid to get himself out of some type of shit with some young woman accusing him of something that has to do with sexual misconduct. You cannot have all this shit swirling around you, and it's all concerning a woman, some young woman, and something to do with you being a sexual deviant, for none of this to be true. What would make any parent lose their fucking mind and take their daughter to him? I fought the parents for being too dumb to investigate some of the allegations that have been made in the past about R. Kelly, totally not giving them any weight and putting their daughters in that situation. And for the young women that have gone willingly to him, I don't even know what to say other than they're naive and they might believe that it's not going to happen to them. And one parent even said that she had heard about the allegations against him. And she figured since he was acquitted of them, that there was nothing to it, and that because she was a stage parent and that she was going to always be around, or someone for the family was always going to be around her child and R. Kelly, that it couldn't happen to that parent's child. Well, it happened. She even talked about how she sent her older daughter, because that's the only one I guess the younger daughter would communicate with, to go get her. And said that when the older daughter got there, members of R. Kelly's entourage or his security team attacked the older daughter. Now, they didn't file any type of police report, concerning that attack, which I don't even understand that. But she said that they had already been speaking to the local police in the city that the girl lived in, as well as the FBI concerning it. So I guess they told them, but didn't actually file a separate police report for that attack against their older daughter. Y'all, I don't know. I do not know. But cult like, if you read the story from these different women that this reporter has gotten information from and pieced all this together, I don't see how you can't believe that R. Kelly is guilty of this. He gonna fuck around and keep on, having all these issues with all these different women suing him for shit like that. And his ass is gonna do some time. He is gonna run upon the wrong young woman, and her family is gonna be the family that gets his ass put in jail. Something is deviant about this man. I guess he learned his lesson about messing with them when they're under the age of 18, because he knows right off that's going to send his ass to jail. So what he's done now is he started messing around with them right as they reached the age of adulthood, or the law says that they're adults. 18, excuse me. So that way, it will just be that he's messing around with younger women, but not necessarily minors. He still likes them young. And then from what I'm reading, R. Kelly is 50 years old. Why are you messing around with women that are 18, 19, 25, half your damn age? They said that he has a daughter that is the age of some of these girls. Y'all, something wrong with him. Something. I don't care what music he makes, Step in the Name of Love and I Believe I Can Fly. That does not have anything to do with, excuse me, who R. Kelly is behind closed doors. And he's going to end up in jail. He's going to end up in jail. Maybe these young girls' parents will band together, and with them all claiming the same thing, and then these three other women that have left, his inner circle, if they all get together, get an attorney, and all fight, because that would be 6 women saying the same thing. This story says while everyone was focused on what the hell Bill Cosby was supposed to have been doing, they should have been focusing on R. Kelly, because the women that, R. Kelly is supposed to be, I guess, messing with are still with him. And they feel that these girls need deprogramming because they believe that they have been brainwashed. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Stop believing the hype when it comes to these celebrities. I think he's a nasty fucking pedophile, dirty old man. Ugh. You're 50 and you're seeking out girls 17, 18, 19. I don't think he even likes women that are over the age of probably 25. Something is wrong with him. And y'all, we've been hearing about this shit for years. This shit cannot not be true. There's something to all of these allegations. When I read story after story after story of women that he's paid off that I didn't even know about, I thought R. Kelly was down with all this shit. I didn't know that, even after that big court case he had, since then there have been other allegations. And not only allegations, he's had to pay off some bitches. Y'all, come on. Let me know what y'all think of this story. That's all I got to say. Y'all got the gist of it. Again, I'm going to leave the link to this BuzzFeed story that I read. And like I said, y'all, the story goes on and on and on. It was too much. It was too much. You could read this damn thing in 3 parts. That's how long it is with all this shit that this man has been doing. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.